Okay, you mentioned you mentioned the protest that happened upon his arrival in America. Netanyahu also referred to them. He also accused Iran of fueling these protests on American campuses and American soil.
Do you think that the American system would allow in any way Iranian funding to the political groups in the United States? It's impossible. There are so many anti-terrorist acts, so many money laundering acts. It's impossible. But that's one other lie of him. The real funding is coming from the Israeli lobby, the AIPAC, to the members of Congress who are giving him standing ovations, who depend on the supplies of Israeli lobby to support their election campaigns. And that's not hidden. It's not secret. It's well known. So that kind of game doesn't work. These protesters are honest people, especially the Jewish protesters, who are in loyalty to the memory of the Jewish people who suffered in the Holocaust, in the pogroms of Russia, and in the anti-Semitic time. And they say, not in my name. We don't accept that Israel commits the same atrocity that was practiced against Jewish people by the Nazi regime in Germany.
And what about the attacks, Mr. Barghouti, that Houthis and Hezbollah take responsibility for, whether they're in the Red Sea or, on American ships? What about those attacks?
They are saying they are doing these attacks in solidarity with Gaza. And they say they will stop all these attacks immediately, the moment Israel stops its war on Gaza. The same is happening on the side of Lebanon. These groups said several times and many times that they are not in the mood of conducting another war. All they want is to stop the attack on Gaza. Had Israel responded to all the calls, including the decision of the International Court of Justice, what is higher in the world than the International Court of Justice, which holds the legality of international law? The ICJ just ruled recently that the Israeli presence in occupied Palestinian territories, including West Bank, Gaza, and Jerusalem, is illegal and should end. We have a shortcut to ending this suffering on both sides, which is ending the Israeli occupation, allowing Palestinians to live in peace and justice in their own country, in their own state, in sovereignty and independence.
Okay, Netanyahu referred to a demilitarized and de-radicalized Gaza. Do you also see that vision?
No, because why doesn't he speak about demilitarizing Israel as well? Israel has 200 nuclear bombs. They have the largest and biggest army in the world. No military Palestinian resistance would have appeared in Gaza if Israel did not continue occupation after Oslo Agreement was signed, when there was an opportunity to have peace. He didn't. This man, Netanyahu, made it his mission in life to prevent the possibility of a Palestinian state and to kill the two-state solution. So what we want, we don't want war, we don't want violence, we want justice. And the only way to achieve that is to remove his army from Gaza, rather than saying that his army will stay in Gaza, reoccupy Gaza, expand the occupation, and then find a bunch of collaborators that would work for the Israeli army.
His condition is, Mr. Barghouti, to get all the hostages back. He said, we'll do everything that you're saying, but we want our hostages back.
I agree. His real goal is to kill the hostages, in my opinion. This man knows that he can get all the hostages tomorrow in an exchange of prisoners with Palestinians and by accepting to end the war. But his military generals themselves, his opposition party leaders themselves are saying that Netanyahu doesn't care about the lives of these Israeli hostages. Actually, he doesn't care if they are all killed. Already, more than 30 or 40 of them have died because of his bombardment. When he continues to bombard Gaza with artillery, with tanks, with planes, what does he expect? Of course, the hostages will also be killed. But he doesn't care about them. He cares only about himself. Why? Because he knows the moment this war ends, he will be accused of failure on the 7th of October of preventing the attack. He will be accused of failure in running this war. And he will face 4 cases of corruption, each of which will take him to jail for sure.
All right. We'll leave it there, Mr. Mustafa Barghouti. Thank you very much for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your perspective. We hope, and the world hopes, that this war ends soon and we don't have to see any more bloodshed and destruction. Thank you very much.
I hope that too. Thank you.